out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground. A woven scarf blue as the prairie sky I found. Right by the porch where we'd sit when day was done, where whispers dance with the setting sun. Scarf shut the door on what we used to be, leaving me with raging winds and memory. Underneath the starlit dome, so vast and wide, I roam alone with your ghost by my side. Now the cabin's empty, the fire's just cold ash. Gravel roads echo with our forgotten laughs. Where wildflowers bloom, now there's just the rain, washing away dreams, leaving behind the pain. Scarf shut the door on all we used to know, lost in dust clouds where once wild rivers flow. On faded trails my lonesome heart does ride, seeking what's gone with shadows as my guide. Old saddle creaks as I whisper to the breeze, tales of a love as deep as the endless seas. Yet here I wander, a shadow in the dust, holding on to a memory wrapped in twilight's husk. Scarf shut the door, but still I feel you near, in the cry of the night hawk, sharp and clear. I'll ride these lands where sorrow softly pours, forever bound to what was once ours. Scarf shut the door, yet love never ignores. Farewell, my dear, till I find peace where these old rivers bend. Under the shadow of an old oak tree, I carved our names for eternity, with the sunset bleeding through the leaves. That old porch whispered the soft sweet tease. Your scarf caught the prairie wind that day, in a town where time found a place to stay. But now the empty bed fades under moonlit shades, where your laughter echoed in night's embrace. And these halls just whisper silent prayers, oh, for one more dance in our moonlit glares. Now gravel roads where my weary tread, echoes of your steps in my head. That cabin corner where you used to spend stands quiet like the silence of my sin. The trail we walk now overgrown, with the dust we kick now fully sown. The empty bed fades under starry glades, where your warmth once battled the frost invades. My soul just whispers your sweet name in the lonely call of the wild untamed. riverside where the willows weep. I see your reflection in waters deep. Every stone and every bend marks the tale of us that could never end. Yet still the empty bed fades and the dust cascades. Each night a shadow where our memory waits. I'll walk these lands under skies so vast, holding on to love as long as it can last.
In the shadow of the oak by the creek where we met, I found your old boots, unfaded, soaked and set. Whispers of dust on the leather worn thin, each crack a story, each stain a sin. We walk wild lands under skies so vast, in a quiet town where our love was cast. Old boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind, calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam to the days of Boots Burns. Now the cabin's empty, fire's just ash and smoke. Where once we lay, now it's just shadows that I coax. The gravel roads whisper with the tales of your scarf, drifting away like a melody on a lone guitar. The porch still creaks, missing the weight of your gaze, as I search the horizon, lost in a dusty haze. Old Boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind, calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam back to the days of Boots Burns. Under the infinite prairie sky, I confess, in the rustle of the leaves I hear your dress. I'm a ghost in these boots, wandering worn, chasing shadows from a love long torn. Every sunset a reminder of the love I spurned. In the dust I'll keep walking through the days of Boots Burns. Yes, in the dust I'll keep walking, haunted by Boots Burns.
out where the oak tree shadows lay long into dusk. I found a scarf you left, now faded threads of musk, by the old log cabin where our initials are still carved. A letter waits in silence, edges worn and starved. Oh, the winds, they whisper of you across the barren trails. Dusters memories like ghosts beneath the coyote wails. Each sunset bleeds like our love did, in scarlet and in gold. And every night I'm riding through dreams I can't hold. Gravel roads, they've shifted just like time's cruel hand. The saddle's worn and brittle where once it made us stand. That porch we'd sit just waiting for the rain to bless the land. Now it only echoes one set of boots and a solitary man. Oh, the winds, they whisper of you across the barren trails. Dusters memories like ghosts beneath the coyote wails. Each sunset bleeds like our love did, in scarlet and in gold. And every night I'm lost in dreams that I can't hold. Underneath the weeping willow, I confess to stars above, how the heart can hold such spaces filled with endless love. But the shadows grow in corners where your laughter used to stray, and in the stillness of the night my soul just drifts away. Oh, the winds, they sing of you down the empty, endless trails, where our memories roam like shadows, hidden deep in veils. Each sunset's a reminder of the love that had to fold. And every night I'm riding haunted by the cold. A letter waits unread, my dear, where tears and time prevail, in the heart of a lonesome cowboy riding the lonely trail. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the river bends and whispers low, I found you wild, you and me, dandelion seeds ready to blow. Your scarf a shade of sunset bright, tied to the saddle, flapping in flight. We traced gravel roads till they disappeared, each mile together the skies we neared. But dandelions held tight in the palm turned to wishes in the winds of time. You're a memory in the dust of my ride, echoes of laughter in your hand in mine. With every sunset that paints the west, I find you still beating in this old cowboy chest. Now the porch creaks empty, the door swings free, echoing steps of an old melody. The cabin in the clearing with its quiet cold glow holds the ghosts of your laughter in the shadows. Down faded trails where our dreams once ran, I walk alone, a solitary man, where wildflowers whisper in the fields you adored. I search for you, my forever implored. Oh, dandelions held tight in the palm turned to wishes in the winds of time. bleeds through the west, leaves your shadow dancing in my lonely chest. And I've learned that love, like wildflowers, grows in places left untamed. But holding on too tight, my dear, just leaves you with the seas, the rain. Dandelions once held tight in the palm fade to wishes on horizons I roam. You're the echo in the canyons of my mind, a love lost in the sweep of time. Yet every sunset that dies in the west keeps you living deep within my lonesome chest. There's an old porch where my memories linger, weathered wood neath the touch of my finger. Saw an oak tree sway, a scarf in the breeze. That porch watched me leave my heart on its knees. Oh, the wind whispers low through the valley and creek, and the sun casts long shadows when the heart is too weak. Under skies wide and somber, where my sorrows believe, I still see that old porch watch me leave. Gravel roads where we rode side by side, echoes of laughter where our dreams used to hide. Then came autumn sigh, the cold rust on the leaves, empty cabin, silent goodbye. The porch watched me grieve. Oh, the wind whispers low through the valley and creek, and the sun casts long shadows when the heart is too weak. Under skies wide and somber, where my sorrows believe, I still see that old porch watch me leave. In the hush of the night, by the flicker of fire, every star up above knows the tune of my lyre. But the silence around speaks the truth, can't deceive. All I loved, all I lost, as that porch watched me leave. So I roam through the dusk where the wild rivers weave, with a soul full of dust and a heart that can't cleave, to the shadows of oak trees where I once could breathe. Forever that old porch had watched me leave. Yes, forever that old porch still watching me leave.
Where the oak trees shadow the old gravel path, I found her scarf, the color of sunsets on a raft, by the wagon wheel where the cabins lay silent and stern. Our love was a wildfire, reckless, too wild to learn. Each creaking porch, each whispered wind held her laughter. In the hollows of my heart, echoes of what I sought after. Oh, how the wagon wheel burned, smoke on the breeze, each flame a memory fading like her whispers through the trees. The dust kicks up where her boots left a mark. Now I roam alone with shadows stretching into the dark. The days turned cold as her warmth drifted away, leaving me with old saddles and skies turned to gray. We promised forever by the light of a wandering star. Now I'm tracing faded trails, chasing a whisper from afar. The rain falls on empty streets where we once danced, lost in the echoes of the future we never chanced. Oh, how the wagon wheel burns, smoke on the breeze, each flame a memory fading like her whispers through the trees. The dust kicks up where her boots left a mark. Now I roam alone with shadows stretching into the dark. Under the boughs of ancient oak I lay my dreams to rest, scars of our past, deep as the canyon's crest. Learning to forgive the wind, for it whispers not her name. A lone heart wanders onward through the undying flame. Oh, how the wagon wheel burns a pyre to the past, each spark a piece of what's lost, too beautiful to last. The dust settles down where her laughter filled the air. I'm a shadow in the twilight, bound to what's no longer there. Oh, how I roam with the wheel still burning bright, a cowboy lost in memories, singing to the night.
out where the oak trees whisper low beneath the silver sky. I found a scarf you wore, now faded, by the old porch where we lie. The wind, it carries ghost and dust through the cabin's broken seam, and every creak and board recalls our long-lost prairie dream. The lost trail watched me leave with heavy heart and silent creep. Sunset bleeds through memories where our wild love used to be. The echoes float on the gravel road under stars that grieve. The lost trail watched me leave. Oh, the lost trail watched me leave. Now the town sleeps quiet where our laughter filled the streets. Windows dark as the promises we never could complete. Rain falls on the saddle where you once sat close to me. Now it's just a shadow neath the old willow tree. The lost trail watched me leave with heavy heart and silent creed. Sunset bleeds through memories where our wild love used to be. Echoes float on the gravel road under stars that grieve. The lost trail watched me leave. Oh, the lost trail watched me leave. I whisper to the moonlight as it dances on the ridge, asking for forgiveness from that old wooden bridge. For I've carried this old heartache far as any man can bear, and I leave behind my sorrows scattered in the prairie air. The lost trail watched me leave, a ghost upon each breeze, carrying away my whispers like leaves lost from the trees. And as the earth keeps turning, my heart finds some relief, but the lost trail watched me leave. Yes, the lost trail watched me leave. Underneath that velvet sky, the lost trail watched me leave.
In the shadow of the oak where we first met, under skies that paint the guilt of my regret, the breeze whispers through the grass a soft and sorrow duet. As the sun dips low where my heart's sun forever sets. Oh, sunset sleeps on the ridge of the weary road, in a cabin silent where our love once brightly glowed. These gravel paths lonely, my thoughts a heavy load, carrying memories where wildflowers once flowed. The porch still creaks, but it sings no more for you. Scarves you left behind faded now from red to blue. Rain taps the window like the tears we never knew. In the dust of empty rooms I trace the life we outgrew. Oh, sunset sleeps on the ridge of the weary road, in a cabin silent where our loved ones brightly glow. These gravel paths lonely, my thoughts a heavy load. Morning echoes in the wind through the oaks bestow. And here I stand, a lone figure stretched in fading light, a silhouette wrestling the ghosts of you at night. My saddle worn, my heart torn from this ceaseless fight, to find peace in the twilight, in this endless plight. Oh, sunset sleeps and I whisper to the stars unseen of a love that haunts my trails in the places we have been. And though I roam forever between the spaces in between, in every setting sun your shadow dances on the green. Oh, sunset sleeps, my love, I am forever bound to the echoes of your voice in the quiet all around. And each night falls softly without a single sound, but in my cowboy heart your memory is profound.
Underneath the old oak tree where the shadows lean so long, I carved our names inside a heart. The world was right and nothing was wrong. That dusty trail to your porch, it knew my boots, knew my soul. But like the sunset steals the daytime came around, took its toll. Silence said nothing, but it screamed in my ears. Each whisper of the wind holds the echoes of our years. Where once you stood, now there's only my own shadow in the dust. Silence said nothing, but it told me all about us. The saddle hangs on the barn wall, leather cracked like my worn heart, and that scarf you left behind is fading, tearing me apart. Gravel roads where we once laughed, now trails of tears under moonlit skies. Empty cabins, rooms full of ghosts with love's echo, my lonesome cries. Silence said nothing, but it screamed in my ears. Each whisper of the wind holds the echoes of our years. Where once you stood, now there's only my own shadow in the dust. Silence said nothing, but it told me all about us. Rain falls on the old tin roof like the tears I've cried for you. Every drop of memory faded, but somehow still feels new. In the quiet of this night, under stars that we once knew, I'm learning that letting go is something I can't just choose. Silence said nothing, and yet it speaks so true. Each whisper of the wind is a bit of me, a part of you. Now I walk these trails alone where our laughter once had flowed. Silence says nothing, but it's the only voice I've known. Silence says nothing as I let you go. But in my heart, oh in my heart, it's where your memory forever owns. by the ridge where the oak tree stands tall. I left parts of my heart with the fall of each leaf. We carved our names, young dreams on old bark. Now just ghostly whispers as the prairie wind weaves. Sunset drips gold on a gray wooden porch where your scarf lies forgotten, its colors grown pale. I trace the threads like roads on a map, each one a memory, a love tale gone stale. Saddle fades on the back of my roan, just like the love that we once had known, riding through shadows on gravel roads long, heart heavy like rain in the dust we're thrown. Years tumble like tumbleweeds past empty cabins, wildflowers bow in fields where you danced in the rain. Now only echoes of laughter float under starlight as night wraps its arms around my silent refrain. The saddle's worn leather holds shapes of our journey, embossed with the miles and the tears that were shed. Each stir up a reminder of steps we're not taking on pathways now blurred where our promises led. Saddle fades on the back of my roan, echoes of hoofbeats, now love's overthrown, riding through memories, forever alone, heart heavy like rain where the wild winds have blown. Under the vast skies, my confessions to the stars, dreams hang like lanterns on the gates of what's past. Yet in the quiet, you whisper in the sagebrush, a testament that some loves are built to last. Saddle fades, but these old trails know every step taken and the places we'd go. Maybe I'm meant to wander these lands, a shadow among rocks, with my heart in my hands. Sunset burns red, and I whisper goodbye to the love that we lost under this endless sky.
Out where the oak shadow falls long and lean, on that dusty edge of a gravel town's dream, there stood a cabin framed by the prairie's side, where I left my heart and the rye grew high. Her scarf on the porch, a whisper in the breeze, memories like leaves caught on autumn's freeze. Rye left behind under big open skies, where my tears fell like rain, where my quiet truth lies, in the windswept silence where the lonely souls hide,
Every echo's a footprint in the ride left behind. The trails grew cold, the seasons slipped away. Her laughter's echo faded from bright to gray. That old saddle sits, leather cracked and worn, beside empty boots, tattered and forlorn. The sunset bleeds the same, but paints no delight. On the path to a porch knows no more good nights. Right left behind under big open skies, where my tears fell like rain, where my quiet truth lies. In the wind-swept silence, where the lonely souls hide, every echo's a footprint in the ride left behind. Now the stars overhead, they don't judge my wrong, but each night out here I'm further from home. Yet in dreams she still dances just out of reach, on a porch surrounded by that golden ride left behind, with its gold turning gray. I wander lost roads where old ghosts play. In the heart of the wind, her soft sighs abide, my whispers to her in the ride left behind. Yes, all that was love in the ride left behind.
In the shadow of the oak where wild daisies lie, I first saw her 'neath that vast frontier sky. Her laughter danced with the breeze so free. In that old ghost town, she left her mark on me. Her eyes, they lingered on a sunset's gold, fleeting as a whisper, but in my soul they hold a scarf of crimson tangled in the sage, bound my heart to hers in an unspoken cage. Her eyes linger in the twilight's weep, echoes of goodbyes too heavy to keep. In every dusty trail and every storm that breaks, her gaze a haunting promise that never forsakes. Years rode by, the cabins fell to decay, and the gravel roads slowly faded away. But her scarf still hangs on that lonely porch swing, a testament to love and its perennial sting. The rains came down on the plains, so harsh, so wild, each drop a memory of the love we compiled. But the oak tree stands staunch against the wind's howl. Underneath, I'm just a ghost of what once was a lone fowl. Her eyes linger in the twilight's weep, echoes of goodbyes too heavy to keep. In every dusty trail and every storm that breaks, her gaze a haunting promise that never forsakes. Now I'll roam these lands with her ghost by my side,
a love lost to the winds, but in my heart she'll abide. An old saddle, an empty trail, the places we've been, in the silence of the desert. Her spirit I glean, her eyes linger like the last light on the ridge, a remnant of a dream from a long fallen bridge. And as the stars blanket the night with their glow, I hold on to the past, the only love I'll ever know. Her eyes linger and oh, how they still gleam in the quiet of the night, in the depths of my dream. Her eyes linger in the twilight's weave, echoes of goodbyes too heavy to keep, in every dusty trail and every storm that breaks. Her gaze a haunting promise that never forsakes.
I rode back through the county gate, same dust, same hills, same twist of fate. The church still leans near Miller's Creek, the porch lights dim, but time still speaks. I saw her there with grace and grace, same green eyes, same summer face. I took my hat off, said it's me. She smiled and asked politely, who'd you be? She forgotten my name, like wind forgets a whispered flame, like snow forgets the prints it keeps, like dreams that vanish when we sleep. I stood there full of years and shame and watched her eyes not spark the same. You think time heals, but damn it maims. She forgot my name. I wrote her letters I never sent, kept them folded, edge bent. I carved our song on an old guitar, played it nightly under stars. I pictured hugs, not shaking hands. I planned to stay, not just passing land. But love, it fades when not reclaimed, and people change, and faces blame. She'd forgotten my name, the one she once sang in the rain, the one she stitched on flannel red, the one I swore she'd never shed. But hearts move on like seasons aim, and I was fall and she chose spring. I brought my past, she packed her flame. I left with pain, returned with hope, but she just smiled like we never wrote a single page in this old book. Guess I read too long while she just shook. She'd forgotten my name, not with malice, not with shame, just like a road that closed one day while I still walk the other way. I tipped my hat, turned back through pain, and whispered low into the plain, if I'm just dust, don't light the flame. She forgot my name. sky. I left my heart in the dusty cry of a town too small to hold my dreams, yet big enough to echo her scream. She wore a scarf, blue as the night, under the porch lights flickering light. We danced through shadows, we danced till now the dance is over, but the ghost was gone. Oh, saddle hides and leather reins, you seen my tears, you felt my pains, carried me from her over hills so wide, yet in every sunset her whisper resides. Where the gravel roads and silence collides, that's where I bury my love so deep. In the saddle hides where memories sleep. The cabin stands empty on the ridge, windows blank like the broken bridge where we once promised under summer rains. Now only the echo of love remains. Old trails fade where we used to ride, each hoof print a word now washed by time. The wind speaks her name in a sorrowful spire, as cold as the ashes of a non-kept fire. Oh, saddle hides and leather reins, you seen my tears, you felt my pains, carried me from her over hills so wide, yet in every sunset her whisper resides. Where the gravel roads and silence collides, that's where I bury my love so deep. In the saddle hides where memories sleep. I could ride one last dusty trail, turn back the clock, rewrite the tale, I'd find her waiting, no tears in her eyes, just two hearts unbroken under limitless skies. But time is a river that only flows one way, and my heart is a horse that no reins can sway. Oh, saddle hides and weathered hands, carry these dreams through forsaken lands. On every path her shadow survives, in the silent scream of the lonely drives. Where the gravel roads and paths collides, I'll keep riding through the tears I've wept. In saddle hides where love is kept. I found an old hat fraying at the brim, saw the sun bleed its gold over the clay, each thread a memory growing dim. Your laughter echoes wild across the creek, where scarves dance freely in the springtime air. Now the silence speaks the words we cannot speak, on that old porch ghostly in disrepair. My hat fell apart like my heart in your hands, threads unwinding in the merciless winds, drifting like the dust through forgotten lands, where the twilight of our love never ends. Saddles worn where you once sat to ride, down trails now choked by weeds and untold fears. Those paths we blazed side by side, now just gravel roads that disappear. The cabin stands, but not the dreams we made. Empty rooms where shadows lay their claim. In the heart, the fire's soft glow is faded, with only ashes left to hold your name. My hat fell apart like my heart in your hands, threads unwinding in the merciless winds, drifting like the dust through forgotten lands, where the twilight of our love never ends. Oh, how the rains whispered old truths, washing over a land so parched, so bare. Mighty rivers lose their way just like I lose you, in the echoes of promises hanging in the air. And so my hat fell apart like the seams of my soul, under skies vast and wide where the lonely rivers roll. Farewell to the heartache, farewell to the start, in a world that keeps turning, though my hat fell apart. In the land that remembers, in the wind's soft depart, I'll keep wandering, love, with my hat falling apart. Out past the hollow, by the weeping oak shade, there's a cabin of memories where our laughter still plays. A scarf you left hanging sways gentle in breeze, as the sunset paints shadows and my heart whispers please. Oh, the ghost bleeds in silence under skies vast and gray. Every whisper of wind seems to know what to say. This old heart rides the trails of what used to be. Lost love, a lone cowboy, and dreams not set free. Those gravel roads knew us, now they're dust laden worn, like the saddle unused since the day you were gone. Rain taps on the old porch like the soft steps you made, while I'm here in the quiet where our past love's displayed. Yes, the ghost bleeds in silence under skies vast and gray. Every whisper of wind holds a word you might say. This old heart rides the trails of what used to be. Lost love, a lone cowboy, and dreams not set free. By the creek where we met, the water's still clear, but it flows like my tears, knowing you're not near. In the echo of hooves, in the rustle of leaves, I find solace knowing part of you never leaves. For the ghost bleeds in silence, and I ask every Will this ache ever ease where your memories are? This old heart rides the trails, oh, eternally. Lost love, a lone cowboy, where you're part of me. In the whispers of night, on the breeze you still ride. Ghost bleeds, lone cowboy, with love undenied.
I walk the trail we used to ride. That old oak's crooked but still wide. The fence is down, the paint's all gone, but I swear I heard you hum that song. I brought you flowers like back in June, the kind you liked, wild and in bloom. Set 'em down slow on marble stone, a place too cold for skin and bone. I brought you flowers, but you're not here. Just your name carved deep and clear. I whisper things you'd laugh to hear, but only when leans close, my dear. The years have grayed my wrinkled hands, but you still dance in golden lands you left, and time kept spinning gears. So I brought you flowers, but you're not here. I wore the coat you patched, that fall still fits me right. Tears and all, I passed the creek where we first kissed. It dried up slow like what we missed. They said you smiled your final breath, like talking sweet to gentle death. I wasn't there to say goodbye, but I've said it every night since July. I brought you flowers, but you're not near. Just echoes of the life lived here. I told you about the cattle rain and how I still curse your middle name. The swing still creaks, the porch light's dead, but your laugh rings inside my head. They say you're gone, but that feels unclear. So I brought you flowers, but you're not here. Still wear your sundress there? Do angels braid your midnight hair? Do stars shine brighter where you rest? Do you still hum when skies are blessed? I brought you flowers, love of mine. You took my youth and left me time. I'll see you soon, just not today. Got one last fence to mend in May. But when I come, don't dress in white. Just wear that grin from 89's light and meet me where the sky runs clear. Till then I'll bring you flowers, though you're not here.
In the shadow of the mesa where the oak trees used to stand, I found the scarf you left behind, now faded in my hand. The cabin's door still creaks the same, on hinges worn and gray. It echoes with each step I take since you in the rain walked away. The rain walked away with your laughter, left silence wide and deep.
like the riverbeds now dry and cracked, where our promises sleep. Underneath that vast prairie sky where once we lay, all I hear is the echo of your steps since the rain walked away. This old porch remembers us, its boards worn down with time, where we watch the sunsets bleeding tonight, your hand resting in mine. But the gravel roads are empty now, the trails have all but faded, just like the love we swore would last, now gone and all but jaded. The rain walked away with your laughter, left silence wide and deep, like the riverbeds now dry and cracked, where our promises sleep. Underneath that vast prairie sky where once we lay, all I hear is the echo of your steps since the rain walked away. Maybe towns like these, with dust settled so still, are just places for the heart to break, not places meant to heal. I saddle up to ride again through winds that whisper pain of a love that's just another ghost, like the rain. The rain walked away with the best of my years. Through the dust I see you clear, your smile through the tears. I'll carry this old heart of mine down roads where memories sway, still searching for a reason why the rain walked away. Yes, forever asking why did the rain walk away? Underneath that old oak tree, where our names were carved so deep, in a land where whispers roam free, on the breeze that sang us to sleep. Your scarf had danced a wild red flame against the vast unyielding blue, and life had never stayed the same when under that oak I first kissed you. Oh, the oak tree sank in the riverside, roots washed away by the weeping sky. Our promises hung on a storm's cruel brink, love slipped through fingers faster than you'd think. Now the cabin stands vacant, stares through windows that frame the setting sun, gravel roads and the dust that shares the tales of the treaded paths we've run. An empty porch, a creaking swing, echoes of laughter, a fading trail. The saddle's empty like the sting of a lonesome whistle, a gone rail. Oh, the oak tree sank in the riverside, roots washed away by the weeping silent star, haunting emptiness after the dark. There's a whisper on the wind, a call so faint, in the rustle of the leaves, your gentle restraint. I wander these hills with a shadow by my side, the ghost of your touch, where my regrets reside.